As we step into 2025, one thing is clear: de-dollarization is not stopping, it's accelerating. China and other BRICS nations are scared of President Trump, and it's making them more determined to reduce their dependence on the US dollar and establish themselves as a global economic superpower. Their secret weapon? Gold. In fact, China resumed buying gold. And you know what's even more telling? They underreport their buy. Doesn't it make you wonder why? They recognize its global value and its ability to withstand economic shocks. Gold is a global asset with innate value. It's tangible, reliable, and it's immune to economic manipulation. China and other BRICS countries want to be prepared. They just don't want it to be known. But this isn't about nations. It's about you. In a world of shifting economic power, gold is your personal hedge against uncertainty. That's why Noble Gold Investments can help you secure your financial future with gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com today to learn more. And with a qualified account, receive 10 1-ounce silver American Eagle coins. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. And remember, there's always a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind. Well, everyone, and welcome to the monthly podcast with Purium, our health sponsor and one of our key providers. We have a full house today in a very special capacity. We have co-owners Dave Sandoval and the lovely Miss Amy Venner with her stylish hair, even in the rain, joining us, and Ian Farrar, good brother Mensch, and a co-branding partner of Purium, all here today. And I wanted to bring everybody together because you've seen people in pieces, but you've never seen the entirety of the puzzle. So we're doing thusly today. As always, if you're new to the podcast, please do like, subscribe, and share so that others can gain in the knowledge you were afforded. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all doing this fine day?
Doing awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, such a pleasure to be here.
No, Dave, it's always a pleasure. And it was great again, Dave and Amy, to meet you both a couple months ago at the LA Purium Symposium. It's always great to put a face to the name. And I was laughing with Dave off camera because his first comment to me was, "Oh, you're much taller than I expected." And I said, "Well, I've been sitting down." So Amy said the same thing. So you're in good company, but I'm sure the audience doesn't care much about that. So I'll pivot
Well, I
to
don't know, like Conan O'Brien, I remember he was like 6'4", right? And no one really realized it until he was standing next to somebody,
Yeah, he's imposing. He's also a New England product like myself. So yeah, very, very interesting character. So both of you I've talked about, and even Ian to some capacity, about some of the new products. And I know obviously as owners, you want to roll that out at your own marketing discretion. And I totally respect that. But I think we're, if you would agree, enough at a place now in the new year, really rolling out quickly, that'd be a good time for some of the new aforementioned products to be discussed. So I'm going to share a screen, and Amy and Dave, I'm going to turn it over to you both and just let you kind of guide it. And this is one of the new products that you have coming out. Let me know when you can see the screen.
Yes.
So,
all right.
What is yours?
Well, Amy, I would like to give you the opportunity to choose to talk first or to wrap up after I
will do the wrap up. You go ahead and go, Dave.
All right. See, that gives her a chance to correct me. I like your style. Okay. So, well, the truth of the matter is that there's been a lot of confusion about water, and we really want to be the company that changes the water story permanently, that restores integrity to water, meaning returning it to the way that it once was, and if you look throughout history, the longest living people, the healthiest people, had access to artesian spring water that came from the ground. And yes, people gathered rainwater. Yes, people drank from streams and such. But the longest living people in the world had access to the best water, and that is spring water, artesian spring water. And when I look around the world today and I see all of the, quote, water solutions, they are not trying to get back to the way that nature intended. They're trying to manipulate nature, alter nature, somehow be better than nature. And that just isn't possible. And so we're not a company that believes you should unnaturally raise the pH of some potentially polluted water. We are not the company that thinks you should just add hydrogen to some potentially polluted water. We think that you need to return water to the way that God made it, okay? To the way that God made water and intended water to be, not some man-made manipulation. And so our product makes three simple promises. to restore integrity to the water by one, infusing it with the types of minerals that are found in mineral hot springs. These are sulfated trace minerals. They're not a whole lot. There's just a little bit, but that little bit of 1,000 different trace minerals, creates a living quality to the water that makes it highly conductive. And this is important as an electrolyte, like conductor in your body. So we're going to infuse the body, the water. So if you bought a purified water, a reverse osmosis water, a distilled water, it will be pure, but it will not be natural. So by adding our aqua vibrance, we're going to restore the vibration, the resonance, the conductivity, and the oxygen to that water. And now that water is going to be more and more and more similar to the water that comes out of the ground, that is spring water, the artesian water that we truly need and desire. So this is not manipulated water. It's not high pH water. It's not high hydrogen water. I think that we've learned that is not the answer, that God was right in the first place. And all we have to do is restore water to the way that God intended.
Mhm.
That's what we hope to do. And those three simple ways: oxygenate, to create conductivity and to restructure the water so it's not a big cluster of 12 or more molecular bonds. It is a simple structure, what's called a hexagonal structure or phase 4 structure. And that's what the world is going to turn to. We are going to revolutionize people's perceptions of water. And Amy and I together are really dedicated not only to this business model, but to the good that it could do in people's lives by introducing products they may never have access to.
Well, I love all of that, Dave. And I just want to let all the listeners know that this product is available for pre-launch sale right now. If you go to iShopPurium.com and you use John's code, and this is available under new products. So go to the navigation, see new products, and you can buy one bottle. Or for those that really want to be prepared, and we all drink water, we drink water every day. We recommend half your body weight in ounces. So that's a little bit different depending on how much you weigh. But we have a 6-pack with a discount on that as well. So if you're brand new, learning about Purium, John's got a $50 gift card for you. And John and Ian will tell you exactly how to get that at iShopPurium.com. But this amazing product is available for pre-order starting right now.
And if you get that 6-pack, the $50 discount almost equals 2 of those bottles for free. That's pretty amazing. So, so take advantage of that. And I just want to say that, I've been a water protector. Ian knows, Amy knows that I went to Standing Rock to fight for pure water. I've seen, just so that I've seen the reports. I've studied intensely now. And I've seen that 90% of the well water in America has at least one chemical that is considered harmful to humans. 90% of our wells. And so water is a problem. We hope to be coming up with water solutions, and we're not selling this as water purification. Okay. We're selling this as water restructuring, oxygenation, and that. But stay tuned, because the potential for this mineral to recondition water and to restore water is really phenomenal. And I think that everyone, and I literally mean everyone, ultimately is going to hear about and want this water.
Agreed, and thank you for that, Dave and Amy. I appreciate that both. So let's back up a second. So, as rudimentary as it may seem,
Ian's biting his lip. I could see him biting his lip.
He knows
Go ahead,
me
Ian.
pretty well. Actually, the only water that I'll drink out of the faucet, when I was at Dave's property in Weldon, California, I was on a bike ride like 40 miles out, 40 miles back, and there was a country store. Dave knows the country store I'm talking about. And I actually drank right out of the hose because there's an underground aquifer that Dave's property also uses. And when you drink that water, it just tastes the way water should taste. And I think humans have really forgotten that because we're buying water that's been shipped in plastic containers, which is a whole other story of microplastic contamination. So I'm really excited about what this product has to offer because it's going to bring water back to the state it should be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So this question is for anybody. As rudimentary as it may seem, and prior to what you were saying, is how do you use it? Like you just drop it in water? I see a droplet. What's the best way to use it?
Amy's been using it now for a while. She's noticed some profound changes. And how have you been using it, Amy?
Well, the way that we recommend to use it, the way I've been using it is if you're going to drink a glass of water, you can take one drop and it has a dropper. You take one drop per ounce of water, you stir it in and you wait about 60 seconds and then you drink that glass of water or that bottle of water on demand. So you can do it one glass at a time, one bottle at a time, or you can make a gallon at a time and you put a gallon of water maybe in one of those refrigerator containers with a spigot on it or something like that, and you put a teaspoon of the material in called aqua vibrance, you stir it, and then you let it sit for 24 hours, and then that gallon of water you can store it in the refrigerator. You could keep it on the cabinet if you like it room temperature for a few days, and you have your restructured oxygenated infused water. So what I've been noticing, and it's been really amazing, it's hair, nails, skin.
Mm.
And my nail technician, because my nails are real, I don't get a lot of treatments on my nails, and she was like, I can't even use the clippers to cut your nails, they're so strong. And so that is in my opinion a true testament of what the mineral infusion is doing. And also my hairdresser was just like, your hair grows faster than anyone's hair that I cut. And I'm like, it's the superfoods and it's this new aqua vibrance.
That's awesome. Thank you, Amy. I really appreciate you going into the sort of the
So,
rudimentary structure.
I
of
want
it.
to add one thing, if I may, John. I'm sorry
Please.
I interrupted, but
That's okay.
John, let's say that you and I go into a restaurant, right? And we sit down and we go to take a drink of water and we've done this, right? And our nose gets that smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we go, well, we could look past that. So we close our nose and we touch it to our lips. We're like, no, like, just we can't do this. We could feel the chemicals. So
Yeah.
this is amazing. So that same restaurant, go in, get your glass of water. Let's say put 1 or 2 drops per ounce. Okay, let's just say you go overboard. Put 2 ounces per drops if you want it to happen really fast. But 1 ounce per drop, and then steer it with the straw for 1 minute, and then let it sit for 1 minute. You're gonna see gases that are trapped in that water coming out like effervescence. It's crazy, right?
Wow.
And the smell will go away. The mouth, it tastes like that soft water that you get at your auntie's house who has the water softener, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it has that mouth feel because it has those natural mineral salts in it. So it has that super soft mouthfeel. The aroma's gone and the taste is very pleasant. And this is in just 2 minutes, John. So,
Awesome.
so I really encourage people to experience it for themselves because we've all been drinking compromised water.
Mm.
And I know that I think it's Daniel in the book of Daniel where it says, a compromised tree cannot bear uncompromised fruit.
Mm.
Well, when your water is compromised and we're, 60% water, we don't want to compromise 60% of our body, so let's have something better. And that's what we're offering.
Love it, Dave. That's a very practical use of it too, because people go out all the time, or if you go to a friend or family's house and they're usually typically serving you from the tap. Oftentimes, you could just, even if they serve it from a refrigerator that filters the water to some degree, this would still be a great way to offset any of those impurities that don't 100% get filtered out. So both of you are absolutely on point. Before we go to the next point, I always like to show my audience that I do actually use the products that I endorse. And so this is one of them, the C from Nature, if you can see that. And just picked it up, Amy, last month, and I'll be making my run next week, as you know, to the middle of the month. because we're in the cold and flu season, depending on where you are in the country. And this is a great way to up your vitamin C from the most natural sources. It also has, Ian, I'll have you touch on in a second what's in these products so that people know the specific breakdown. But I've been using these every morning in my regimen, along with Zinc Aid. We all know the importance of zinc with other vitamins, C and D, K12. And I've found this is a great kind of a 1-2 punch complement that Ian suggested during this time. So Ian, if you would just kind of touch on these products, what the compositional makeup is for the audience, please.
Absolutely. Well, the first one I've been running with for 22 years because I've been using the products a long time. The C from Nature is just that. It's whole food plant-based vitamin C, and it has camu, it has acerola, it has just citrus bioflavonoids. If I'm leaving out a few ingredients, I know Dave will be able to, because Dave's the formulator.
Amalaki, it has,
Amalaki.
yeah.
There we go. So that pretty much gives you 90 milligrams of whole food plant-based vitamin C, because most vitamin C on the market is from ascorbic acid. More often than not, it's from genetically modified corn. So it's not really gonna work as well as the whole food vitamin C source. So when we launched Zinc Aid, like right when the big C happened, Zinc Aid ran out the door pretty quickly for those people that wanted to support their immune system naturally. And correct me if I'm wrong, the zinc comes from guava, the vitamin D comes from an alga, the vitamin E comes from sunflower, and the vitamin C comes from camu, Dave. I think I got it. Yeah, pretty much got it. So that's a whole food offering to the human body, because most products are isolates. Even at the health food store, some really great reputable lines, they have a bunch of isolated nutrients which are not really used as well as food. So let food be your medicine, medicine be your food. And our products encompass a capsule that opens up into your system and helps your body modulate against foreign invaders, if that makes sense.
Yeah, completely. Anything, Dave or Amy, you want to add to that, or did he encapsulate most of it?
I think you did a great job.
Yeah, I just want to say that, for many, many years, I'm just going to tell a quick story so you can understand the depth of our understanding of nutrition.
Sure.
People were sold vitamin C that was not vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
The condition scurvy.
As we enter 2025, de-dollarization is accelerating. China and BRICS nations are reducing their dependence on the US dollar, and their secret weapon, gold. China's buying gold, quietly underreporting their purchases. Why? Because they know gold's global value, its ability to withstand economic shocks, and its immunity to manipulation. This isn't just about nations, it's about you. Gold is your personal hedge against uncertainty. Noble Gold Investments can help you secure your financial future with gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com now, and with a qualified account, receive 10 1-ounce silver American Eagle coins. Remember, there's a risk of investment and there's no guarantee of any kind.
Is when you are deficient in vitamin C. And you could take an entire bottle, 2 or 3 bottles of the quote vitamin C that they sell you at the store and never change scurvy. You could take a single bottle of our C from Nature and reverse scurvy, because ours is actually the nutrient vitamin C. Now, Linus Pauling fraudulently took the work of Albert St. Georgi, who made this discovery, sold out to the pharmaceutical industries, got a Nobel Prize for selling you fake vitamin C made from corn syrup. Mm-hmm. I'm not joking. And so when you team with a company like Purium, you are going to be getting the ultimate in nutritional wisdom, knowledge, and history. You're not going to be fooled and lied to and sold a bill of goods. Ian is a nutritional master, and he teamed with us over 20 years ago because he saw that there was nothing in the market, on the market, that could do or would do the things that take integrity that we were willing to do. So I'm sorry to have taken so long, but this product is the prime example of what's wrong with the nutrition industry and what's right with Purium.
Right on.
No, that's fine, Dave. And I think it kind of circles back to the origin of the new product. I mean, as you know, as you said it, our bodies, I think, are even probably more, I think 70+%, whatever the number is, it's the overwhelming lion's share of our body's compositional makeup. So if you get that right, And then in conjunction with these other products, everything kind of, no pun intended, flows a lot more seamlessly. So go ahead, Ian.
Yeah, I just want to add, human being, we're water walking around. Okay. I mean, of course, you have what the moon does, that affects the tide within us.
Mm-hmm.
It affects your chemistry too. So if you're using the most amazing superfoods on planet Earth, along with aqua vibrance, you're going to potentiate everything. You're going to bring your body's level up. Okay, because most people are swimming around in a bunch of acidity. That's why we introduced them to our lifestyle program called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Along with aqua vibrance, it's going to be a game changer for everybody.
1-2 punch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And to your point, Ian, another nice thing about these products, folks, is the one big issue I've been hearing with a lot of people in my circle is the issue of sleep. And so I've noticed that a nice ancillary benefit of these products has been my sleep quality has been better. It's been more sustainable. Breathing has been better in conjunction with, having proper humidification in the air. But
and your dreams, Jon, your dreams.
Yeah, it's good that too. Yes, they're very vibrant, to be sure, David, to your point. So from a health standpoint, we see the benefits, obviously, of Purium. From a knowledge standpoint, we're seeing the benefits, which is what you're all here responsibly and principally to do. But then we also want to address all fronts. And so one of the other things I would have liked to bring all of you onto the spectrum, particularly you, Amy, because we talked about this a few months ago when we brought you on the podcast, is the practicality side of Purium from an economic standpoint. Right now, we're going through a major transition in the country, in the world, across the board, but specifically as it relates to economics. My audience knows this well. And so for a lot of people, these products, while great and wholly nutritionally valuable and accurate in all of its ways, there's still a cost associated with that needs to be mitigated. So Amy, you have touched on this. I'd like you to touch on it again, because I think it bears repeating and people really need to get this reinforced. Purium has come up with a simple, but in my opinion, ingenious way to counteract the financial transitions and challenges that some out there in many capacities are facing. Some people have lost their jobs. Some people have kids in different phases of life. Many of your parents, you can appreciate that. So can you touch on a little bit about how Purium has been able to very simplistically and effectively mitigate the cost associated with these quality products?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for bringing up this very important topic, because we are equally as passionate about transforming people's finances as we are their health. And finances can create so much stress. It's the number one source of stress. And we know that stress can lead to physical harm and ailments in the body. So it's all connected. And yes, we have an incredible business model here, but by paying this education forward, by telling people and referring people to these incredible life-changing products that we have, you can earn a commission. You can earn a commission that can pay for the products that you want to consume yourself, and so much more. So many people join our team. Ian is our very first brand partner. It's amazing. Over 22 years ago, I believe. And we have thousands of brand partners now that are getting their products paid for as the very first step, the very first goal. That is lightly sharing with friends and family. And Ian can tell you all about how to do that. And then many people, what happens is they're like, wow, I'm getting my products paid for. Wow, I'm getting a little extra spending money. So when I go to the market, I am not faced with that incredibly hard decision to buy the quality organic produce over something that I know has a chemical on it, just because the organic one is maybe $2 more a pound. And these are decisions that mothers and fathers and families have to make every day, because their finances are only stretching so far. But with this program, with just sharing the power of these products, how they can change your health, change your well-being, you can earn that additional income to get your products paid for, some extra spending money. Oftentimes that turns into a car payment, a house payment, or even full-time income. In fact, we have a few people, we have multiple people in our organization that's even retired their spouse because they're earning multiple full-time streams of income. So whether you want to lightly share or turn this into something very full-time and focused, Purium has a solution that is right for you. And Ian has, like I said, he's our very first brand partner. He's guided hundreds and thousands of people through this program, and he's seen them reap the rewards of their products paid for all the way to full-time or multiple full-time streams of income.
And John and Amy, thank you very much. You know,
Yeah, thanks, Amy.
if I could, really, offer an olive branch to all your subscribers out there, because ultimately, we're going through a very challenging economic time. Inflation is still here.
Mhm.
And like Amy shared, I've been full time with Purium for a long time. I mean, I'm going in my third decade with the company, and it could be very financially rewarding just as long as you help enough people get what they want. We help people get the most amazing health, and they also get mentorship where they learn how the Purium community makes an impact on our fellow Americans, Canadians, and people over in the European Union. So it's very, very, community oriented and huge upside potential financially.
And just to thank you, and Amy, also to add to Amy's sort of proverbial 1-2 punch comment, there's the secondary aspect of this, which is for those of you who are working full-time still, which is many of you, and you have health insurance in some capacity, Purium has an HSA, health spending account, or FSA, flexible spending account option, whereby this blew me away. Literally, you can use the flex dollars you have in those respective accounts through Purium, and I'm having me touch on that in a moment, whereby once you use that for the product, you're getting reimbursed from the said insurance company, and you're basically getting paid to use Purium to do something that already benefits you from a health standpoint. So can you basically touch on that a little bit, Amy, please?
Absolutely. So Purium products have qualified for health savings accounts and flexible spending accounts, but you do need a letter of medical necessity. So you can obtain that from your own personal physician, or we make it super easy. There is a link on our website where you can apply. You can talk about your health goals, and the healthcare provider will write you a letter of medical necessity that you can then use to get reimbursed by your FSA or your HSA account. And so using those pre-tax dollars is amazing. It's an amazing way to do that and get the quality of food that you need, because our motto here at Purium is the quality of food that you eat equals the quality of life that you live. John, I know your whole program is about up-leveling the quality of people's life and their well-being in all different aspects of life. And so I think it fits in so beautifully. So if you have an FSA, if you have an HSA, please take advantage of that, maximize those funds there. Click on the link, get that letter of medical necessity, turn that in, and then you can be reimbursed from your account.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, Amy, for that. And I appreciate the simplicity of that streamlining process that Purium affords. As we conclude our podcast today, I'm going to give you all a chance to get your final words, but I want to address what Amy said. If you are watching, obviously, are watching our podcast either for the first time or you're a longtime faithful subscriber, Ian has generously put together with us as the co-branding partner a way to do that. So Ian, I'm going to turn over to you. If people want to get the products or reorder, how can they do that and take advantage of the promo code, please?
Absolutely. And, for all your subscribers out there, I'm offering a 30-minute free consultation. And I have 22 years with Purium, but 30 years in the natural products industry. So I really understand how the human body works and how our products can make an impact on a situation that you're going through. So we do have a $50 gift card available. JD Health is the code. And I'll show you how to get the big spender discount by getting 25% off on your whole order. So take advantage of this 30-minute consultation. It's free. So for all of you out there that are really wanting this year to be your best year in health, okay, reach out to me and we'll get a time slotted and we'll make this happen.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, Ian, about the 30-minute consultation. Definitely take advantage of that, folks, because you're going to want to get that guidance like I did with Ian off the jump when you start this. So you make sure your foundation is poured and set properly, just as you would do with anything else. So again, the code is JD Health. Doesn't matter if it's lower or uppercase, it will work. And you'll get that discount to help get you started or your continuation on your health journey. Folks, as we conclude today, anyone who wants to start, I'll start with you, Amy, ladies first. Last thoughts that you would like to impart to the audience today.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on today. It's amazing. I would encourage all the listeners to take Ian up on his offer. He is incredibly knowledgeable, both on the transformation of physical health side, but if you are interested in creating an alternate stream of income or a way to get these products paid for, Ian is the best. Ian can guide you on both ways. So please take advantage of that. And we're just people here with a heart to help others. And I just want everybody to know that this mission, vision, purpose, passion that I've been doing for 30 years here, Locked Arms with Dave Sandoval, it's to take away human suffering where we can. And we know, we've seen it work through hundreds and thousands of people where well-being is increased, human suffering is taken away by the daily inclusion of these superfoods and now this water as well. So we make it easy, we make it convenient, and there's really a personal concierge right here with Ian. So thank you so much, Jon, for having us on today. I love your program and love what you're doing.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Amy. Anyone
Yeah,
else?
just that's the number one thing, Jon. Thank you for the opportunity to let us speak to your audience and the opportunity to potentially change even one single life. So, in final, I want to explain to you something that happened in my life as my father got caught up in the paycheck matrix. His alarm rang at 5:30. He left for work by 6. He got to work by 6:30. He got home, after we were home from school. He was exhausted. He worked hard physical labor during the day in the sun. And he died at the age I am now, 62 years old, after having hooked up to a dialysis machine for 5 years. And that's not the way we're supposed to live.
Mm-mm.
He had to wait for somebody to tell him whether he got a raise. He had to wait for somebody to tell him whether he could have a vacation or a day off. He couldn't stay home when he was sick because he needed the money. And so, at Purium, we give you an amazing opportunity to have unlimited income, but beyond that, to work the hours you want to work from where you want to work, to spend time with your family, to physically change your own life so that you don't end up like my father physically, to financially change your life so you don't end up like my mother financially. And I'm just telling you, there's a reason Amy and I do what we do, and it's not so her and I could retire wealthy on top of some hill someday. That's not why we're here. We're here for all the moms and my dads and my Aunt Judy, if you know that story, for all the people who suffered and died too soon, for all the people who should have and could have had a better life if they only knew. We're here for them. And so, yeah, it's an amazing way to make money, but it's a better way to make community and friends and a future for yourself, because we are a product of what we eat. Epigenetics is real. Our genes will express themselves in a way that is consistent with the way that we've lived. And if we've lived in a way that is fast and furious and dangerous, that's how we're going to die. And if we live in a way that's cautious and careful, and if we practice self-care, then we could maximize the beauty of this life, our longevity, our wellness, our happiness, and our wealth. And so that's what we're inviting you into. Please don't be afraid. Please have an open mind and an open heart. Please give Ian a call and see just how we could be significant in your life. So thank you, Jon, Amy, you're brilliant and beautiful. Ian, you're amazing. And so looking forward to changing lives because Jon gave us this opportunity to speak to you.
Thank you, David. I really appreciate that. Ian, your last thoughts?
Well, I'm just here to be of service. I'm here to help every American and beyond, obtain, which is all our divine right, which is our health. So health is free disease you earn. Making the right decisions literally shaves your life. Okay. Because this is what I want to say. Okay. If you don't make your health a priority, the situation that you earn will be the priority. Okay. And we have the tools. You just got to engage with the toolbox and wake up to a beautiful sunrise and enjoy the sun going down and wash and repeat. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And my final thoughts to everybody is being with the company now for over a year, utilizing the products, getting to know the owners, getting to know Ian, getting to know the quality workers at the distribution center where I go every month and seeing the same people over and over. There's a sense of genuinity and loyalty with this company and products respectively. We always talk, folks, about the wealth transfer from a financial standpoint, and that's all true. But as Ian has said many times, your ultimate wealth is your health, and vice versa.
Mhm.
And to Dave's point a minute ago, I think was really underrated in the aspect that we're living examples of our family lineage. We're still here in the natural realm. So we're going to be getting their inheritance that they didn't get to enjoy. We owe it to them and to ourselves and our future legacies to counteract this. We have an opportunity to break the cycle of the cabal, of the deep state, of Satan, of all of his designs. And what we do with it will determine the course of not only our futures, but our futures as well. So without getting overly hyperbolic or philosophical, these products, in conjunction with everything else, play a larger role in the effectuation of the greater scheme of the outcome. So, if you've been waiting, don't. Just like I've told you to take advantage of the wealth transfer and take action and change your mindset, but don't wait on your health either. They go hand in hand for a reason. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. I appreciate your time, your energy, and your attention. We'll get this out as soon as we can. Again, please do contact Ian for product inquiries, the discounts, and the most important thing, his time, which cannot be put a price on that. So thanks, everybody. God bless. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.